You are welcome back to my channel, Dr. Okoya Ebasi. Today we are going to look at the topic, you want to be wealthy. Break these 5 habits. Habit number 1, refusing to budget. A lot of people don't budget their finances. They don't have budgets. So as the income comes, they just spend it. And when you don't budget, it means you are not planning your finances. And if you are not planning your finances, then you have already planned to fail financially. And that is why you need to have a budget. What is a budget? A budget is an estimate of what your income is, what income you are going to earn, and how you are going to use the income that is coming. That is budgeting. So it's either monthly or annually, as the case may be. So if you are a salary earner, for example, at the beginning of the month, you plan. This month, this is what I'm going to earn, and this is what I'm going to use the money for. If you don't plan your finances, you will work under financial stress. You can never be wealthy. Why? Because it will make you to overspend. Because if you don't plan your finances, you will buy things that you may not really like. Because as far as there is money in your hand and somebody comes to advertise any good thing for you, you will buy. And when you buy, you are spending your money on things that may not really add value to your life. And if you continue to spend like that, you cannot be wealthy. Another reason that you need to plan is that it will put you under financial stress if you don't plan. Because when you have spent your money on buying anything you see, and then the real things that you are supposed to do are now before you and you don't have money to do them, you will be thinking of how you are managing your financial life. And that is financial stress. So it will put you under financial stress. And secondly, it will also make you to buy things that you don't really need. It's not everything that you need for that month. So those things that you don't need for that month can wait for another month. So budgeting helps you to prioritize, helps you to plan your finances in such a way that you take the most important things that you need for that month and make sure you address those ones and then move forward. Anyone that is less important can wait for another month. And when you begin to plan your finances, you will come out of financial stress. You will not be thinking of what to do at a time. So please, if you really want to be wealthy, you have to break the habit of not budgeting. We do know that a lot of people don't budget. So if you are one of those people that don't budget, please start from today to budget so that you begin to plan your financial life so that you too can also be wealthy. The second habit that you need to break is impulse buying. There are some certain group of people that whatever they see, they buy. As far as there is money in their pocket, you see good shoes, they want to buy. They see good clothing, they want to buy. They see a good handbag, they want to buy. Everything they see, they want to buy as far as there is money in their pocket. When you are buying things like that, then you are buying under impulse. So you are not just buying because you need them. You are just buying because you have the habit of just buying. And such habits keeps you poor. You can never be wealthy when you are buying on impulse, because you will spend all your money on buying and buying and buying. Meanwhile, you don't just need to buy, or you don't just need to buy things alone. There are other things you need to address in your life. There will be house rent for you to pay. There will be school fees for you to pay if you have children. There are other things that you need to address in your life. So if you spend all your money on buying, what will you spend on your house rent and other areas of your life? So you find out that your financial expenditure is not balanced, and that one will continue to put you under financial stress. So if you are one of those people that have developed the habit of impulse buying, you have to break that habit. If you really want to be wealthy or to come out of poverty, then you need to break that habit. Don't look at it that these things are not too important. Because people look at it that some of the problems they are having is that because they don't have positions, or they are not opportune, or they are not lucky, that is why they are not wealthy. It's not just because you are not lucky. There are certain habits that are keeping you poor, and until you break those habits, even if you find yourself lucky, you will still remain poor. That is why you need to break that habit. Another habit that you need to break if you really want to be wealthy is living beyond your means. A lot of people live beyond their means. They send their children to schools that the school fees is so high that they have to borrow to pay. They rent houses that the house rent is so high that they have to borrow to pay. They buy things, designer clothing that they need to borrow to pay. When you are living your life like that, then you are living above your means. So your expenses are far beyond your income. And when you live like that, you will live under financial stress. A lot of people are struggling in life because they live above their means. The things they are doing, the way they want to showcase their life, they want to show people that they are rich, meanwhile their pockets are empty. So if you have that kind of an habit where you want to show people that you are rich by buying designer clothes, shoes that really are far beyond your income, you need to break that habit. Because if you don't break that habit, you will remain poor and you will be struggling financially day in, day out. And then you will think that maybe it is the witches and wizards that are pursuing you. So you really need to break the habit of overspending. What is your house rent? Adjust it if it is far beyond your means. Where are you sending? What kind of school are you sending your children to? If the schools are so expensive, please adjust. Make sure that you send them to schools that you can afford. If you are the type that like designer clothing, if your income is not up to designer clothing, buy the other ones that you can use. Cloth is clothing. So until you break such habits, you can never be wealthy. So you need to break the habit of living above your means to enable you grow wealth. Another habit that a lot of people form that is making them poor is the habit of borrowing on high interest rates. A lot of people live above their means. They spend more than what they are earning and they borrow on interest basis, and these interest rates are usually very high. So by the time you pay the interest alone, you don't have anything to go home again for that month, and then you start the circle of borrowing again. If you have that kind of habit of borrowing and paying high interest rates, you are laboring for others to eat the fruit of your labor. And if you don't break that habit, it will keep you perpetually poor. You will continue to struggle in life, and you will say it's the witches and wizards that are pursuing you. No, it is your habits, your daily routines, the things you do with your money, how you manage your finances, how you plan your finances is what is keeping you poor. So you need to break the habit. Try and cut down your expenses to meet up with your income. By right, you are expected to even live below your income so that you can save. But a lot of people live far above their incomes. And then they go ahead to borrow on high interest rates. And these interest rates are keeping you perpetually poor. Wealth is not grown like that. You grow wealth with savings. You keep aside certain amount of your money, which you are going to use for other things and for investments. So if you really want to be wealthy, then you need to break the habit of borrowing on high interest rates. The number 5 thing habit that you need to break is that a lot of people don't save. If you are the type that has been working or earning money and you are not saving, you are not going to be wealthy. In fact, you are working on the path of poverty. There is no way you can be rich without savings. So you have to break the habit of not saving. You have been earning and working for 10, 15 years and then you don't have even a single saving. You are not doing anything that will add value to your life, that will increase your income. Then you are heading for poverty. You can never just wake up one day and become wealthy until you break this habit. So if you have not been saving, you have to break the habit and begin to save. Live below your income and keep aside some for savings. And when you save, you use the savings to invest. That is how people build wealth. Wealth is built, it's not luck. You don't just run into wealth. You have to take deliberate steps to build wealth And one of the ways that you can start to build wealth is by savings. You save, you gather the money, and then you use the money and put it in an investment that will be generating money for you. And then as that one is generating money for you, you are saving again, and then you add and you add, and you continue to multiply your investment. That is how people get wealthy. So if you really want to be wealthy, then you have to break the habit of not saving. You have to start saving so that you can now save and then use it for investment. Thank you. If you can break these 5 habits, you are on your path to wealth, to growing wealth. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel, share these videos, and make your comments. Thank you.